All right, guys, here is our last lesson for Unit 8. Woohoo! Well, this part of Unit 8. We still have the second half to go. We are going to be talking about theme. I know it's your favorite. I'm so excited too. So we're going to title it Fantasy. And then we're going to say theme with text evidence. Now, when you are going back, you're going to need to talk to your teacher will talk to you about using text evidence in order to find your theme or help with your theme. The other thing I want to do is talk about inferring. So infer or inference, they're very similar. Means that you're going to take what you know plus what the text says, and that equals what you can learn. And the reason we're talking about that here is because with your theme, you have to take what you already know and take what you read in that text to talk about what you have learned or that theme of that story or what the author thinks the main character should learn. So when you're talking about theme or you're talking about inferencing, a lot of times they're talking about theme, or we're asking you to think about stuff that you already know plus what you've already read in the text about this character or about this situation. And then especially STAR questions will ask you to use that information to answer the question that they're asking. All right, we are still focusing on, even though it is infer and inferencing, we are still focusing on theme. So we're going to make our nice, beautiful chart. We're going to make a nice, skinny little line up here. We're going to do title. And then once we find out the title or we figure out which book we're talking about, we need to find the topic. You know, it's been a while, but there are a list of topics in your notebook. I have mine bookmarked. Oh, those are character traits. Where's my other bookmark? Looks like that fell out. Oh, there we are. Here's my topic and theme. So I have all of these topics listed right here that I can go back and think about. Now remember, on STAR, you will not be able to go back and use these, so you need to try and remember some of them. But we're going to use our topic to find our theme. All right, so I am going to actually do 4 different stories. 1, 2, 3, and 4. First one is going to be Westlandia. I know, you guys are so excited. All right, let's go back and talk about Westlandia a little bit. And I'm thinking back into the story of Westlandia, and I'm thinking about my character, my main character, and all that he does in this story. And all of this work that he's doing. Oh, work. He's working pretty hard. I mean, we had the little magic seed, so you didn't have to work too hard on that one. But after that, man, he starts working pretty hard. He sits there and he starts picking fruits. He is making clothing. He's making some different mosquito repellent. So he's working pretty hard. And I know that one of my topics is hard work. So what I know and what text says. So text said that he was working hard. He was picking fruit. He was making it into insect repellent. He was taking different parts of the plant and making clothing. He was using it to making a new counting system and a new language. So he was working really hard So what did the author want me to learn? I'm taking what I know. He was working hard. And what the text says, he was doing all of this work when he was doing it. And I know when you work hard, you can do anything. So I took what the text said and what I know. Hard work pays off. Hard work is a great reward, and with hard work you can do anything. All right, next book we're going to talk about is the wonderful, the one, the only, The Lorax. Now, The Lorax is a little different. The Lorax topic isn't very well known or something that was in there. I took what I already know, that they were talking about all of the different things that were breaking in the environment, and I said, conservation. That's our topic. And conservation basically means take care of the environment. All right. And when I'm thinking about conservation, what did the Lorax try and teach? So we were talking, what I know from the book is that we were talking about chopping down truffula trees. We were talking about pollution with factories. And what I know, or what the text says, is that eventually when you chopped down all these trees and we had all these factories, the environment was ruined. So what can I learn from that? Well, I learned that you need to take care. Oh, hey, look, right there. Take care of the environment. So take care of the world around you, because we're only going to get one planet, and I'd kind of like to keep it, doing well. All right, our next book that we're going to talk about, and I know I'm going through these kind of fast, but this really should be a review for theme for you since we've done it so often this year. So our next book is going to be Proboditti. I'm going to think about what the text says. What does the text talk about? Well, it talks about the main character not being nice to his sister, Trudy. Calvin was just kind of mean to her. He didn't want her to play with him. He wasn't going to bring her anywhere. So the whole time they're talking about how you should be kind to others. They're talking about the topic of kindness, being nice to everybody. And what I know is that you should be kind to everyone. And what the text says is that you should be kind to everybody, including your siblings. So my topic is kindness. My theme, what I learned is that you should be kind to everyone, including your siblings. Even your siblings, you need to be nice to them too. All right. Last but not least, we're going to do our most recent book, The Garden of Abdul Ghazazi, and I'm just going to shorten that title down to Abdul Ghazazi. And I'm going to think about what happened in that book. Well, Fitz ran off, and so the little boy, I believe his name is Franz. It's been a couple of days since I read it. Franz was trying to find him. And he finally had to bring up the courage to go into that garden. It said no dogs allowed, and he was really, really afraid. And then he had to go home and tell Fitz's owner that he had lost her dog. So he had to have a lot of courage. He had to have a lot of courage in order to go into the garden and in order to go to tell someone, hey, you know what? I know I said I would babysit your dog, but they disappeared and I don't know where he is anymore. So what is our theme? And I'm going to have you guys fill that one out. And when you get to class tomorrow, you and your teacher will be talking about the theme of the Garden of Abdul Ghazazi. So remember, here's your topic, what you know about courage, what the text says about courage, and what we can learn about being courage, about being brave in a place or situation that maybe scares us a little bit. All right, as always, if you need to pause, go ahead and do so. Make sure you have all of these notes written down and be ready to discuss the theme of fantasy stories, especially of the Garden of Abdul Ghazi, when you get to class.